So well, so we were stopped here. So let's start again. So we'll go through the entire text now. It's climate change paragraph. So what does it say? Climate change is one of the burning issues the world is facing currently. It is an issue that isn't targeted to any specific group of people, rather it will affect the whole of mankind. So it says that it is a burning issue means a very crucial or very important topic to discuss and the world is facing currently means the world means and all countries is an issue that isn't targeted to any specific group of people, rather it will affect the whole of mankind. So it is such a topic that is not actually fixed for any particular group of people, rather it can disturb the whole mankind, but it will affect people living below the poverty line the most. So it can affect every nations, but those suffer will be the people who live below the poverty line. Global warming is considered one of the main reasons for climate change. So we got a question like this: what are the main reasons or the causes of climate change? So here we got the answer. So global warming is the considered the main reasons for climate change. বৈশ্বিক উষ্ণতা হচ্ছে জলবায়ু পরিবর্তনের একটি অন্যতম কারণ. And global warming indicates the rise in temperature of water which is caused by different reasons, as the developed countries are producing tons of greenhouse gases, regularly damaging nature very fast. So global warming actually triggers the rise in temperature, and which which is caused by different reasons. As the temperature rises, so sea level rises and low lying areas goes underwater. There's another point is that developed countries, they produce tons of greenhouse gases, and it also disturbs nature or damages nature very fast. But the developing countries or underdeveloped countries have to face the result of climate change, so they actually did the job. Those developed countries, they created the chaos, but the sufferers are the underdeveloped or developing countries like Bangladesh, like Maldives, like Kenya, or whatever any countries in low-lying areas or living below poverty line. As a result of global warming, different natural calamities like floods, cyclones, drought will occur, and they will take thousands of lives. So because of this global warming, so many calamities like floods, cyclone, drought, bonna, cyclone, Onavishti, these will happen, and it will actually kill many people. It will take lives of many people. As poor people worldwide have no safety measures against all these, they will suffer the most. So poor people actually, they do not have access to safety measures. That's why they will be the victim, ultimate victim, and they will suffer the most. Moreover, the polar ice packs will also melt with the rise of temperature, which is very risky for people living in coastal areas. So polar regions, we know that ice is stored there, and if they start melting, the what will happen, the temperature will rise, and actually it will create risk for the people living in the coastal areas. So it has been found in research that if the average temperature rise by 2 degrees Celsius, sea level will rise by 1 meter. So it is found by research or study that if the average temperature rises by 2 degrees Celsius, then sea level will rise by 1 meter, and it will cause thousands of people living in coastal areas to leave their accommodation. As Bangladesh is surrounded by the Bay of Bengal in the southern part of the country, Bangladesh also at the risk of the being affected by climate change. So Bangladesh also is located in such a zone or place that is also surrounded by Bay of Bengals, means some major parts of the country are located in the coastal area. So Bangladesh can be the victim of climate change. That we got a question like how it can affect Bangladesh. So Bangladesh, around 20 to 25 districts or southern western part, those can go underwater if it happens, climate change happens here. With the industrial revolution, millions of factories are set up, and they are emitting chemicals that are very harmful to nature. So Shilpo follow what happens, many factories are set up and they actually emit chemicals or harmful gases. Those are very disturbing for nature, and if they do not take proper steps to prevent this, it will take a short time to damage the atmosphere of the planet. So if they are not stopped, if those are not prevented, so it will actually does not take that much time to damage. It will take a very short time to damage the atmosphere of this planet. Even using excessive motor vehicles lead to carbon emission, which damages nature greatly. So another thing is that motor vehicles, the transports, they actually emit carbon dioxide, and it actually damages nature greatly. So the world leaders are discussing to reduce the carbon emission globally. We should be aware of the danger, upcoming danger. So the world leaders or policymakers, they would say many things, but we should be aware. We should take steps to save ourselves. Our government take proper steps to save the greenery and tea plantation to fight. Should take a vital role to fight climate change. So, what should our government do? That we had a question like this. So, our government should take proper steps to save the greenery and tree plantation. সবুজায়ন এবং বৃক্ষরোপণকে save করার জন্য because they can play an important part role to fight climate change. Also, the factories should be compliant with safety rules so that no harmful chemicals can enter nature without being treated. So industries and factories, they should adopt measures or safety measures, and they should make sure that no harmful substances can get mixed with nature. This way, we should be able to build a world for our next generation which will be healthier, safer. It is our duty to save our planet adverse effect of climate change, and it is high time we should take this step. So in this way, if we act in this way, act accordingly, then we can ensure a safety place or a safe place or better healthier place for our upcoming generation. What Greta Thunberg said, that we need a safer place for our upcoming generations. So these are the things like about climate change. We saw what is climate change, and what are the causes of this, how can it affect, what is the impact of it, how Bangladesh is affected by this, or what should government do, or what should we do, and how can we ensure a safer place for our upcoming generations. So that's all about for today. Keep fine. Thank you.